Ahead on Up with KREM, it is 509 Day. Coming up, how you can celebrate with the Spokane Zephyr.
Plus, I'm tracking your weekend forecast where we are going to be seeing some more sunshine and calmer winds on your Saturday.
And the Inland Northwest is about to have thousands of newly minted college grads. More about Gonzaga and WSU's commencement ceremonies and all the other weekend events you should know about. Good morning and happy 509 Day. Thank you for starting your day here with us on Up with KREM. I'm Brandon T. Jones. Over in the Weather Center, we've got Jenny Power hanging out with us. Jenny, how are you doing, my friend? How are things looking out there in this world as well?
Well, you know, Brandon, doing great here on this Saturday morning. And if you want to get outside and really embrace this 509 Day, I recommend it for the weather conditions we're seeing. Yes, we are going to see more sunshine for your Saturday and also some calmer winds in comparison to what we saw yesterday. But it's not much relief here for long. As for tomorrow, we are still looking dry through this entire weekend, as well as warm with temperatures that are in the low to mid 70s. But our winds are going to pick back up again Sunday afternoon into evening. So really today is going to be the day where maybe if you want to get some things done outside, you're out and enjoying the Inland Northwest. Daytime highs as we take a look across the region. We're at 80 degrees for Wenatchee, 81 for Chelan, 77 for Walla Walla, and 72 this afternoon for Coeur d'Alene. As we move forward here, we see this clearing trend when it comes to our skies. By this evening, we will gradually start to see some partly cloudy skies as we look towards central Washington, and that kind of gets us into gear for what we're going to see on our Sunday. Mostly dry conditions still expected though, but we will gradually see some increasing clouds. A look at your extended forecast as well as how long we're going to keep trending above average. That's coming up in my extended forecast.
All right, thank you, Jenny. And something to keep in mind as the weather is getting warmer, the Idaho Transportation Department is reminding drivers to keep an eye out for motorcycles. May is Motorcycle Awareness Month, and according to ITD, Idaho had 629 motorcycle crashes and 47 people were killed in 2024. That's 18% more than 2023. ITD also says drivers need to double check before switching lanes. Riders should also wear helmets, keep lights on, and avoid riding in blind spots. Well, this weekend is a big moment for some students here in the Inland Northwest. Gonzaga's commencement starts today, and this morning will be the law schools, followed by graduate students' commencement. Both will be at the McCarthy Athletic Center. Then Sunday will be the undergraduate commencement. The school says nearly 1,300 undergrads are set to walk across the stage. That will be at the arena. And also today, WSU will be holding their university-wide commencement ceremonies. That will be at the Beasley Coliseum. There will be 3 ceremonies at different times, depending on the student's college. All the commencements will be live streamed as well. Washington State University says nearly 4,000 students are set to graduate across the state. Well, this morning, the Spokane International Airport, city and county are distributing PFAS water filters for West Plains residents. They're giving them out at the waste to energy plant from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. You do not need a positive PFAS test to get one of these water filters. Well, the Junior Lilac Parade is happening today. It starts at 10:30 this morning in downtown Spokane. There will be marching bands and other community groups participating. This right here is a look at the parade map. It'll start on Washington, go up Stevens, and down Spokane Falls Boulevard. Because of this, roads are closed right now. So on your screen is a list of streets that are closed. Roads are expected to reopen around 1:30 this afternoon. Also today, it's the 6th annual Asian Native Hawaiian Pacific Islander Heritage Festival. It'll be held alongside the annual Family Fun Fair at Riverfront Park. The event starts this morning at 10. There's going to be some live performances, arts and crafts, and even sumo wrestling. That's the one that always gets me. Love some good sumo wrestling. And this is free for the community to attend. We do have some more events to tell you about in just a minute, but first, let's go ahead and check in with KREM 2's Laura Papetti at the Diaper Drive, because Diaper Drive is almost over, but there are still ways to help this weekend. So Laura shows us how to donate to families in need.
Good morning and happy Saturday. We are in Mother's Day weekend, so to all you moms out there, happy early Mother's Day. I hope you're enjoying the whole weekend. The whole weekend should be dedicated to you. We are dedicating the whole weekend to the KREM Cares Diaper Drive, which is helping local moms, local families keep their kids warm, safe, and dry. We are working hard with everybody here in the community and all our partners to try to raise enough money to buy 300,000 diapers. It is part of our effort to provide 1 million diapers over the next 3 years. So how do you do it? It is easy. When you're out Mother's Day shopping, go to your local Rosars. I'm at Super One. You can go to Huckleberry's on the South Hill. You'll walk right by a display. You can't miss it. Pick up a bag, take it to checkout, and they'll ring it through. $20 helps us buy those diapers and wipes for local families. But we couldn't do it without local businesses as well. So I want to say a huge thank you to one of our longtime partners. They've been in since day one, Washington Trust. We made a visit down to Washington Trust earlier this week where they awarded Vanessa Behan and the KREM Cares Diaper Drive a big check, 10,000 diapers. That'll $10,000 rather. That'll buy thousands of diapers for local families.
I had kids in diapers for 9 straight years, so I felt the pain of having to buy diapers, and they're not cheap. And there is a need in the community.
When you think about 1 and 2 families having challenges having enough money to buy diapers, it makes sense why we are trying to get so many diapers in the next 3 years. Really, when we think about it, it's such a basic need.
All right, just a reminder, KREM Cares Diaper Drive, it's going on through Mother's Day, Sunday, tomorrow. If you get a chance, pick up a KREM Cares Diaper Drive bag, go online, you can make a donation there as well. Reporting on Spokane South Hill, Laura Papetti, KREM 2 News.
Well, Laura Papetti, folks, want to say thank you to her. And as promised, a few more events to tell you about here this weekend. So we've got you covered with your weekend What's Up. First up, the 25th annual Spokane Garden Expo is happening today from 8 to 5 at the Spokane Community College. That time of the year to get out there outdoors and gardening. There's going to be an informational gardening booth, free seminars, and the best part, free parking. Mother's Day is also this Sunday, so the Northwest Museum of Arts and Culture has a great option if you're looking for something to do. They're hosting the 34th annual Mother's Day Home Tour, looking at 3 iconic 19th century Spokane homes. And out in Cheney, the Cheney Mayfest is today in historic downtown Cheney. There's a cornhole tournament, a car show, live music, and a petting zoo, and more. All pet families are invited to the Tails Pawlooza Pet Fair at One Love Animal Hospital in Post Falls. It's Renaissance themed, so costumes are encouraged. There's a 1K doggy fun run and some low-cost vaccinations and microtrips. That's today at 10 a.m. Also this weekend, fly your kite high at the Hayden Kite Festival today. Awards include Best Flyer, Crash and Burn, Best Homemade Kite, and much more. It's at Broadmoor Park at noon. And you can join the Spokane Riverkeeper in 350 Spokane for an easy and educational 7-mile roll on the Centennial Trail. Bring your bike, roller skate, scooter, and anything with a set of wheels to roll along the river. It starts at 1 p.m. at the Riverwalk Overflow parking lot, and they will end the ride with a happy hour at No Lie. All right, still ahead. Earlier this week, we caught up with the Spokane Zephyr and heard all about their 509 game. How you can cheer them on today, that's coming up. Plus, we're highlighting Americans making a difference for the country's 250th birthday. We'll introduce you to one Idaho woman who's showing off her state's natural beauty.
The Spokane Zephyr are in a playoff battle, and the team is now just 1 point back of the final spot in the postseason. 2 big home matches left to go, and this morning we have Nicole, head coach, and midfielder Katie here with us. So first up, this is a big deal. What is your guys' game plan going into these last 2 games?
Yeah, we have 2 games left, like you said, and our game plan is really to win out, to do our best that we can to end the season on a high note and make a push to get that last playoff spot.
You have confidence?
I have full confidence.
Perfect. Nicole, you joined the team here this season. How has the team changed and developed since you started with the team?
Yeah, I joined in October, so it's been a couple of months to get to know the women and what their strengths are, but I think if you've seen us play recently, you can tell that we're really coming out on the front foot. Our attacking game has changed quite a bit. We're taking a lot more shots, finishing a lot more opportunities, and overall just becoming an entertaining soccer team to watch.
Oh, and people are loving it if you haven't been to one of these games. And Katie, we want to get to you real quick too. You've been nursing an injury, right? How does it feel to be back?
It feels really good to be back. Time flew. It took a lot of effort to get back on the field and a lot of support from teammates and the community, speaking of, has been really encouraging.
Yeah, and so the community is a big part of this. There's a bunch of cool events that we do here in Spokane to support you guys as a team and the Velocity as well. So real quick, we want to talk about what's happening this Saturday because it's kind of neat. It's 509 Day, and so you guys are having a special match there. That means it's a buy one ticket and get another for $5.09. Also some drink specials and discounts on merch. So it's really neat that everything that the community does for you guys and what you guys do back for us. So what does it mean to have that relationship and that support with the people here?
Yeah, it means a lot. I think every time we step out on the pitch, we're representing something much bigger than ourselves, and that is this community of Spokane. They've really been behind us every step of the way, propelling us forward, so we want to give them something to be proud of.
Yeah. What about you, Nicole, being here less than a year?
Yeah, the community has been super welcoming, and just to be honest, like a game day, our fans are unmatched in the league. They really give us that extra push to try and win the game and secure the result.
Yeah, that's awesome. Real quick, time for the next game, how people can go?
Yeah, the next game is this Saturday, 7:30. Okay. Come on out, cheer us on against DC Power. Beautiful. And then we have another one the following week.
Cool. Thank you guys so much for being here. We're very excited.
Thank you.
And coming up, I'm tracking your weekend weather forecast as well as what you need to know for any Mother's Day plans you might have tomorrow. Now it's time to get an extended look at your weather forecast and what we are seeing across the inland northwest here on this Saturday. We are seeing some clearer skies and calmer wind conditions in comparison to what we saw yesterday. With that, temperatures are still going to be in the low 70s, but that actually is still a little bit above our average. So out of the weekend, today's going to be a great day here to get outside with those calmer winds in store. We can also see that we have more sunshine for the bulk of our Saturday. It's by this evening, though, that we gradually start to see some of these changes, some increasing clouds out towards central Washington before we're dealing with some partly cloudy skies really for our Sunday and Mother's Day. As we head into Sunday evening, I am tracking the slight chance of some showers up toward the North Idaho Panhandle with the arrival of this cold front sweeping through that is also going to pick up our winds on the afternoon of Mother's Day. So that is one thing that computer models are also picking up for us. As we head into Monday, though, much calmer conditions. Taking a look at those winds for the day today, they are going to be mild across the inland northwest, just coming out of the south here at about 5 to 10 miles per hour sustained. It's into tomorrow that we're starting off mild, but then by Sunday afternoon, those winds are going to pick up and we are going to see the return of some breezy to even potentially gusty conditions out towards central Washington by Sunday evening. So we've been kind of seeing this pattern of a break day and then a day that has breezier conditions, and that's what we'll see as we move forward. Daytime highs today, we're in the low 70s for Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, comparable to what we saw yesterday. And even though it is slightly cooler in general from this past week, it's still above average. We're looking at 80 degrees for Wenatchee, 77 for Ellensburg, 83 this afternoon for Richland. We're in the mid 70s south to Pomeroy and into the LC Valley, upper 60s down on the Palouse, with overnight lows that are falling here into the mid to upper 40s and low 50s. Of course, what we're all looking forward to ahead of us is Mother's Day. And tomorrow, things are looking nice. We'll be looking at those partly sunny skies. Daytime highs will be in the mid-70s. It's just those breezy winds Sunday afternoon and evening that you need to be aware of if you might have any outdoor dinner plans. Otherwise, as we kind of take a look at what's to come, we are still trending warm even through the middle and end of this upcoming week. And as we take a look further down the line at our projected outlook, even continuing to trend dry through the middle of May. And a reminder, you can now download and watch here the live radar 24/7. It's available completely free on the KREM 2 app, which you can get on your TV or your phone by scanning the QR code on your screen.
Well, thank you, Jenny. And now a story about a different kind of weather update. It's part of our Red, White, and You series for America's 250th birthday. One Idaho woman who calls herself a weather watcher is showing off Idaho's natural beauty with her cell phone. Take a look.
I think what possessed me was where we moved in Star before we lived here. I could see all of the weather rolling in from the west, and it was just a perfect place to take pictures.
There's no doubt Idaho has some of the best sunsets and sunrises, and no shortage of wildlife either.
Tons of fish in there. People will be out here fishing.
Kelly Goff knows that all too well.
This is the first time in 20 years that we've seen elk. So to be able to show people, look, you know, they're back, or the fox that hang out and live in the rocks just, you know, on the property right down from us, and, you know, walk through the yards, and they'll sit and pose for you. So some of them it got to be like I needed to see them every day to be able to continue sharing the story with people.
Kelly lives in Star and has property in the Cascade area. During the pandemic, she said she felt the need to share the world she was seeing with others that maybe couldn't. Kelly is not a professional photographer, she just uses her cell phone, and says there's beauty in just about any setting.
I think the other day there was something about taking pictures in the parking lots, how beautiful the pictures come out. And it's true, I've been standing in parking lots before, and there's the wires and the cars and the buildings, and you think, oh, this won't be any good at all. Just take the picture, because then you can go back and look at it and go, wow, I didn't even realize what I was seeing.
For her, the excitement of seeing her photos and videos liked and shared is pretty neat, but the connections she's made just by sharing her slice of Idaho drives her to continue posting.
It seemed like there was a small group of us. Now I see so many different names, which is awesome, but it used to just be, it seemed like me, and there was B Glass, who was giving pictures every day.
We kind of secluded out here. We do have some good neighbors, but not that many. And I think Facebook is a place where you connect with people. So I feel more connected to everybody.
B. Glass knows about seclusion, living in the backwoods of Idaho, but like Kelly, has opened up a world not only for herself.
This is Flair. He's like a dog.
But her goats and their followers too.
2, 4, 6, 8. You gotta count every so often.
B and her husband Tom originally got these goats to eat vegetation around their property.
All about fire prevention, but then I'm an animal lover. So they became buddies, and hiking buddies, so to speak.
They have 8 of them and say they're just part of the pack now. Posting or sharing sunset shots or moonscapes or double rainbows, both Kelly and B say it's all just about having fun and sharing with everyone that moment of zen through Idaho's beauty.
Yeah, I wanted to share. And then I got some recognition. I think that helped to further encourage me to take more pictures. I think it's great to share. It's fun. It's the beauty of Idaho. There's so many absolutely amazing places.
All right, how well do you know Spokane? Well, a former spokesman reporter has a look at the hidden side of the city in her new book, Secret Spokane. We've got the first interview with her coming up in just 2 minutes.
We want to welcome Adriana Janovich here with us, who is a local author based out of Pullman. And Adriana, you have this new book. The cover is right behind you. Can you explain what your book is and what your connection to Spokane is?
So I was the food editor at the Spokesman Review from 2013 to 2019. I spent nearly 6 years writing about local restaurants and getting to know the food scene from inside and out. My first book with Reedy Press is actually a guide to Spokane restaurants. Secret Spokane is my second book with Reedy Press, and it's part travel guide, part bucket list book. It's kind of a roadmap of Spokane's charming, historical, haunted, whimsical, and strange places.
That's amazing. What are some random stories or like examples of something that maybe even locals here in Spokane wouldn't know about that they might find out from your book?
So one of my favorite not so secret places, which is in both of my books, is Baby Bar, the tiny Twin Peaks themed bar in downtown Spokane.
I love that.
It's easy to walk right by it if you don't know it's there. It's always dark inside. It always feels like nighttime. It just feels like a secret. And the Spokesman Review building is nearby. So when I was a reporter there, we spent a lot of time there. And one of the cool things about Baby Bar is that it just attracts so many different people from so many different walks of life in this tiny little space with a great jukebox.
That's awesome.
I have a few more if you want to hear.
Go for it. Yeah. No, let's hear it.
Okay. Thanks. So another kind of favorite secret spot is the Spokane Hobbit House, which I actually got a chance to write about for the Spokesman back when I was food editor. I mostly covered restaurants, but once in a while I got to write a fun feature story. And the Spokane Hobbit House was one of those. It's on private property, but you can see it from the street, and the property owners encourage visitors. There's a scavenger hunt, a geocache. It has its own Facebook page, and at Halloween it does trick-or-treating, and at the holidays it does an ornament exchange, and it's just this tiny little recreation of a Hobbit house. You can't stand up in there, and actually you can't go in. You can just look at it, but it is so charming and whimsical, and it's like right out of the book or movie.
We do have a lot of like random things like that here in Spokane that are a little bit unique. Overall inspiration, like where did this idea come from? How did you do the research and get yourself from idea to book?
So the book is part of a series, so I can't take credit for coming up with the idea for it, but the research involved reading a lot of public documents, a lot of historical documents, a lot of Googling, and reading some old newspaper articles as well.
Oh, that makes sense. Lots of research goes into something that big, right?
Yeah, I had about a year to write the book, and
okay.
I did a lot of the photography myself. And I also, shout out to Spokane Public Library, I used a lot of historical images that they had that were in the public domain.
Oh, cool. Where can people get the book?
So Spokane REI has it, and Atticus and Aunties, and it's also available on reedypress.com.
Perfect. And then real quick, just because you seem to be kind of an expert in all things quirky in Spokane, what is it specifically that you love about Spokane, and what inspired you to take this step and write a book like this?
Well, I just love how approachable Spokane is. I love its creative, outdoorsy, approachable vibe. People are friendly. It has a thriving food scene, which I got to write about at the Spokesman. It has thriving farmers markets, a strong literary community, an arts community. It feels like there's just always something happening. There's always something to do, and it's just a fun place to live or visit.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. Thank you very much. I was really stoked to talk to you today.
Thank you.
A mayor is out in Rathdrum after former Mayor Mike Hill stepped down. Who's in charge in the meantime? Coming up. Ahead on Up with KREM, we're bringing you the latest on Rathdrum's mayor, why he stepped down, and how the city is keeping things running. Plus, how kids across the country are doing after a year of a school cell phone ban. Experts and teachers weigh in on whether enforcement is worth it.
we're really concerned. We've seen a big spike.
And the over-the-counter drug that teens are abusing. What parents need to know coming up. Well, top of the morning, and thank you for joining us here on Up with KREM. I'm Brandon T. Jones. We certainly appreciate you starting your day here with us. We'll go ahead and get right on over to the Weather Center with Jenny Power. Jenny, is looking like a pretty solid weekend forecast. Some good weather to get outdoors this weekend?
Oh, yes, especially today. If you have outdoor plans, Brandon, I recommend going outside today because we are seeing some more sunshine and also calmer winds in comparison to what we saw yesterday. So that's the trend that we hang on to. Temperatures are going to yet again be in the low 70s, but also things are looking pretty decent for Mother's Day as well. The only difference is we are going to see the return of some breezy afternoon winds by Sunday afternoon into Sunday evening. As we take a look at your temperatures, though, this afternoon across the inland Northwest, 80 degrees for Omak as well as Wenatchee, 79 for Moses Lake, 83 for Richland, and we are in the upper 60s down on the Palouse. Now, to go along with it, we also have a clearing trend when it comes to our skies. Conditions-wise, we'll gradually see some partly cloudy skies first towards central Washington tonight before we're dealing with some partly cloudy conditions for any Mother's Day plans that you might have. But hey, at least we are hanging on to a mostly dry forecast, slight chance of a few showers up in the mountains through the North Idaho Panhandle tomorrow evening. Winds today, though, are going to be significantly calmer in comparison to what we saw yesterday. It's those breezy conditions tomorrow that I'm going to be timing out in my extended forecast.
All right, we'll check back in with you in just a moment, Jenny. But for right now, time for a quick recap of the top stories on KREM.com this week. We've been following the Rathdrum mayor's resignation all week. KREM 2 obtained a police report showing Mayor Mike Hill is suspected of domestic battery against his wife, though the key allegations against him were redacted in the report. The report does show the couple's adult son called the police on Saturday to report a domestic dispute. Police say Hill left the home. His wife declined medical attention and did not want to press charges. Hill stepped down as mayor the next day, and the city council president will serve until an official appointment is made.
The most important thing for people to know is that the staff of the city of Rathdrum are totally dedicated to providing the services that the Rathdrum citizens expect.
Well, the Kootenai County Sheriff's Office is investigating the domestic battery, and Rathdrum City Council will meet at May 27th's regular meeting to talk about next steps. And our big story this week, you can see right here on your screens. Shocking video in Cheney of a woman seen jumping the curb and chasing a child on an electric dirt bike. KREM 2's Regan Gallo has more on the driver who was caught on camera.
Well, neighbors in Cheney here on Fruitvale Road, where I'm standing out right now and where this incident happened, say they're angry. They tell me that this driver lives in this area and that it's causing more tension in a usually quiet neighborhood.
Our duplex is in the video here, you know, and go, oh my God, that's literally across the street from my place.
56-year-old Wendy Clement was originally booked into jail on first-degree attempted assault, DUI, and criminal trespass. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office said she was released from jail after her first appearance in court. But just this afternoon, we have learned that Wendy Clement has now been charged with second-degree assault and trespass and driving under the influence.
You think you're safe. This is a pretty nice neighborhood, and apparently you're not. People drive on this sidewalk to kill children. It was wild. It was really a surprise.
You could see he was getting out of there, like there was fear, you know, in that video, you know, and as a parent, you know, to think if that would have been my child, yeah, I mean, I'd be very upset. I'd want charges brought.
After the incident on Fruitvale Road, authorities say Clement drove to a residence just about a mile away from this area and trespassed. That's when deputies were able to arrest her.
The camera in on the telephone could tell that, yes, she had been inside the house.
Now, I talked to that homeowner where she allegedly trespassed, Lloyd Gaines, and he says she was obviously intoxicated.
I was able to talk to her for a few minutes, and she claimed she was stopping by our house to buy some eggs. And I said, well, my wife's not home. You're going to have to call her. By the time I know it, she's stumbling off the porch and falling all over the place. I mean, She was obviously severely intoxicated.
Officials say she resisted arrest and kicked a deputy. They say also during the arrest, she originally denied being under the influence, but later admitted she had been drinking alcohol. Now, we will continue to report on this incident in this case as we learn more information. For now, I'm reporting in Cheney, Regan Gallo, KREM 2 News.
All right, for those top stories and all of our other coverage this week, download our new KREM 2 app on your phone. You can scan that QR code right there that you see on your screen for the latest news. Delta travelers, you may need to pack a snack if you plan on flying Delta here in the near future. The airline will soon stop offering food and drinks on hundreds of its flights starting May 19th. The airline is officially stopping free refreshments on any flight shorter than 350 miles. That's about 450 of its daily flights, including Spokane to Seattle and some of Delta's busiest routes across the country. Delta officials said the move was more about consistency in its network rather than cost-cutting longer trips. Well, those longer trips will actually see an upgrade to full refreshments. A new report says school cell phone bans might have mixed results. Many teachers seem to like the bans and how they can cut down on distractions, but the study says there's almost zero impact on academic performance. It also found no change in attendance or online bullying. However, the study does say the policies can have positive long-term effects on well-being. All right, the KREM Cares Big Book giveaway is officially happening now. We've teamed up with Spokane Public Schools to choose 3 local elementary schools to visit and provide a free book for every single student. We do need some help, though. We need your help picking one more school. To learn more about how you can nominate your school, text BOOK to 509-448-2000. Still ahead here on Up with KREM, experts are sounding the alarm about this common over-the-counter drug and why teens are abusing it. And later, we break down the changes coming to the March Madness tournament next year, what Mark Few has to say about it. Well, health experts say teens are abusing a common over-the-counter drug. Christine Pei breaks down when Benadryl can become dangerous.
It's a common over-the-counter drug known as diphenhydramine. You'll know it from the brand name Benadryl. It's very accessible as an antihistamine, but lately more and more young people are abusing it.
We're really concerned. We've seen a big spike in diphenhydramine or Benadryl overdoses amongst teenagers.
Jimmy Leonard is a licensed pharmacist and chief clinical officer at the Washington Poison Center. He says the overdoses don't appear to be about getting high, which in recent years has been popularized in the so-called Benadryl challenge seen on TikTok. Instead,
what we're seeing is mostly self-harm attempts as opposed to just trying to get high off of the Benadryl. And these are really large ingestions, 100 tablets or so.
the number of attempted suicide cases by taking Benadryl has gone up significantly, according to data provided from the WAPC, enough for them to issue an advisory. In 2025, the Washington Poison Center treated an average of 32 cases per month among teens ages 13 to 19 years. But just in the first 3 months of 2026 alone, that number has gone up to 52 cases per month.
They're seeing like entire bottles full that people are taking.
Anyone who's taken an antihistamine like diphenhydramine will know it causes drowsiness. The Poison Center says early signs of overdose include extreme drowsiness, confusion and agitation, large pupils, and flushed skin. Severe symptoms include seizures, even hallucinations.
Classically, we see things called Lilliputian hallucinations, or they see small things.
The Poison Center says parents and guardians should be aware and touch base with their teens and provide support if needed.
The other thing is locking up meds that are in the house, right? Don't just think, oh, it's safe because I was able to buy it from the grocery store.
Still ahead, the Vets on the Farm plant sale is here. I'll show you what's up for grabs and what it means to local veterans. All right, you've got an opportunity to check out day 2 of the Great American Plant Sale with Vets on the Farm. I've got Grant over here right now. And Grant, I mean, you guys have been doing a lot of hard work over the last few months leading into this sale. What can people expect today?
Well, come on down and grab whatever kind of tomatoes. If we don't have it, you don't need it. Yeah. It won't grow in this environment. So yeah, 15 different kinds of varieties of tomatoes, 19 varieties of peppers, a lot of different varieties of flowers. We have herbs, flower baskets. If you need it, we got it.
If you need it, they got it. And I'm going to walk back over here to my buddy Rob, because Rob, you've been a part of Vets on the Farm for a few years. Can you talk about just the impact you feel like it's had on your life and just, you know, being a part of this organization?
Yeah, I just love the mission of this hyper-localized food system, of being able to get healthy, nutritious food. We have little kids at home, making sure that they're getting good, healthy food. So, and what a great group of people to get to work with that mission and that mission mindset. So.
Absolutely. I mean, that's a world of difference, right? Where you know where your food is coming from. That's exactly what's kind of happening here on Vets on the Farm. So if you can't make it to the sale, you got to at least come check them out here on the farm as well. We've got Jenny right back here. She's working hard. Jenny, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
Feeling great. All right. Well, what do we need to know about day 2 of the plant sale?
So we will be in the big tent behind Spokane Conservation District. Address is 4422 East 8th Avenue. We will be there from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m.
9 a.m. to 4 p.m.
I would come early, though, because last year we sold out of almost everything.
Really?
Yes.
Hey, that's because they're doing some good stuff. And again, the plants look beautiful. They look healthy. I just want to say thank you all. Thank you all for your service. We appreciate you just for allowing us to come out here to hang out with you, bother you for a little bit. And so I appreciate you. And yeah, you just got to come check it out for yourself. Got day 2 of the sale. And then how many can people come out here on a regular basis just to come check out the farm?
Yeah, if people want to have a tour, sure. Shoot us an email, vetsonthefarm@gmail.com. We answer every email, welcome tours. We want people to know what we're doing, what it looks like. Oh, yes, and we will be starting a Wednesday farm stand. We'll post that on social media.
Nice.
Thank you. Yeah, we want people to see where their local food is coming from and what it means and what it looks like, and come enjoy it.
Well, I can vouch for it. I've been talking to them about the garlic powder that they make right here on site, and it truly is the best garlic powder I've ever had in my life. So if you want that experience as well, come check them out, and you got plenty of opportunities to do so.
Now it's time to get an extended look at your weather forecast and what we are seeing across the inland Northwest here on this Saturday. We are seeing some clearer skies and calmer wind conditions in comparison to what we saw yesterday. With that, temperatures are still going to be in the low 70s, but that actually is still a little bit above our average. So out of the weekend, today's going to be a great day here to get outside with those calmer winds in store. We can also see that we have more sunshine for the bulk of our Saturday. It's by this evening, though, that we gradually start to see some of these changes, some increasing clouds out towards central Washington before we're dealing with some partly cloudy skies really for our Sunday and Mother's Day. As we head into Sunday evening, I am tracking the slight chance of some showers up toward the North Idaho Panhandle with the arrival of this cold front sweeping through that is also going to pick up our winds on the afternoon of Mother's Day. So that is one thing that computer models are also picking up for us. As we head into Monday, though, much calmer conditions. Taking a look at those winds for the day today, they are going to be mild across the inland Northwest, just coming out of the south here at about 5 to 10 miles per hour sustained. It's into tomorrow that we're starting off mild, but then by Sunday afternoon, those winds are going to pick up and we are going to see the return of some breezy to even potentially gusty conditions out towards central Washington by Sunday evening. So we've been kind of seeing this pattern of a break day and then a day that has breezier conditions, and that's what we'll see as we move forward. Daytime highs today, we're in the low 70s for Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, comparable to what we saw yesterday. And even though it is slightly cooler in general from this past week, it's still above average. We're looking at 80 degrees for Wenatchee, 77 for Ellensburg, 83 this afternoon for Richland. We're in the mid 70s south to Pomeroy and into the LC Valley, upper 60s down on the Palouse, with overnight lows that are falling here into the mid to upper 40s and low 50s. Of course, what we're all looking forward to ahead of us is Mother's Day. And tomorrow, things are looking nice. We'll be looking at those partly sunny skies. Daytime highs will be in the mid 70s. It's just those breezy winds Sunday afternoon and evening that you need to be aware of if you might have any outdoor dinner plans. Otherwise, as we kind of take a look at what's to come, we are still trending warm even through the middle and end of this upcoming week. And as we take a look further down the line at our projected outlook, even continuing to trend dry through the middle of May. And a reminder, you can now download and watch here the live radar 24/7. It's available completely free on the KREM 2 app, which you can get on your TV or your phone by scanning the QR code on your screen.
For the third time since 2000, the NCAA basketball tournaments are officially expanding. Next season's tournaments will feature 76 teams as opposed to the 68 from the prior couple of years. The first four will now be a 12-game first round of the tournament to determine 12 teams who will then move on to complete the 64-team field that we all love to fill out in our brackets on Selection Sunday. Now, many college basketball fans and coaches alike are disappointed that expansion is moving forward, including Gonzaga head men's basketball coach Mark Few, who says he is adamantly opposed to expansion, saying it is totally unnecessary and results in a dumbing down of the regular season. Of course, the Zags have a loaded non-conference slate ahead of them in their first year in the Pac-12 coming up this regular season. So obviously Coach Few and many coaches like him, including UConn's Danny Hurley, not too excited about expansion, but both the men's and women's oversight committees voted unanimously to push expansion forward today.
All right, so this is one of many stories you can watch right now on the all-new KREM 2 app. You see that QR code right there on your screen. You can scan that, download, and get news updates right to your phone. Still coming up, a classic movie character is coming to the small screen. A look at the new TV show, plus its connection here to the Northwest. All right, Jenny Power, this is a little bit of a throwback, but what do you think of the movie Legally Blonde?
It's iconic.
Are you a fan?
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure. The original one, loved it, loved the tone of the movie, loved
Reese
the outfits.
Witherspoon, yeah.
Yes.
All right, so we've got a Legally Blonde fan here on the couch, but you know, if you aren't familiar with the movie and you're maybe becoming a new fan, there's also a new show that can give you a little hint at what it's about. It's coming to Amazon Prime, and it shows us Elle Woods in high school. I said that right?
Ooh,
Elle
yes,
Woods, right?
Yes, you got it right. Yes, staying true to the pink. Love to see it. Also here with the preview. This is going to be extra cool for Legally Blonde fans, especially in Washington State, because in this new series, Elle and her parents moved to Seattle. So you might see some familiar shots and spots if you end up watching the show.
All right, so as you're reading that off, it's all coming back to me now. So the dog's name is Bruiser, right?
Yes.
All right, that makes sense. And well, Elle is available on stream on Amazon Prime starting July 1st. So what do you think? Are you going to tap in or are you going to tune in?
I'm always looking for something new to watch, and so yes, I think
How
so.
was The Devil Wears Prada 2?
So good.
Yeah?
So good. Yes. And so I was skeptical of sequels. I'm sometimes skeptical of, spin-offs, but now I have high hopes this year.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. Well, thank you, Jenny. We appreciate you as always, and thank you for, again, starting your day here with us on Up with KREM. We'll be back here tomorrow morning and have all the news you need to know before a new week starts. So thank you and have a good one.
Yeah, have a great day, everybody. We're going to continue to talk about what shows we need to watch.
That's right, exactly.
Yes.